Greetings out there, YouTube land. This is Morris Man, and as always, I thank you guys for coming to my channel. Before I get into the topic of this video, because it's entitled, This Was Done Out of Spite, I'm going to touch on the observation of today. I went to CVS to get a newspaper because I think my newspaper carrier guy, because we get a home delivery party, was out sick. It's not a big deal. You know, everybody deserves a day off. So I went up there to get a paper. And only a paper, and I forgot my glasses, because now it's hard to read fine print. So I'm like, I'm just buying the paper, so it's not a big deal. I'm not doubling back. So I get there, and CVS has implemented this for the last couple of months. And this is what happened. I got to the counter, grabbed my paper, got to the counter, and there was a lady that came up behind me and her son ready to check out. And we stood around because there was nobody behind the counter to check us out. So then one of the workers that came out of nowhere, and she's not known for her sunny disposition, and she kind of said in an authoritative type of manner, "Y'all can go ahead and check out through the self-checkout." And I told her, "I don't have my glasses." And then she said, "You can check out. I can't see." And I'm like, I don't come into anybody's establishment expecting to be partially an employee. There's some companies that don't get it. They don't understand their customer needs, and they so far out of touch it ain't even funny, because I'm like, you guys need to contact Jewel Fork Store and ask them how that worked out for them about 10 years ago. They stopped that nonsense about a month after that, after they implemented, because people don't come into your establishment to do partially work that you're supposed to do. It's different if they offered an incentive, like maybe 10% off your total bill each time you go through there, but I'm not getting getting paid for this. I'm not getting a discount. So why should I put on an employee's hat and do their job? Now, I totally understand this is not the employee's decision. It was a management decision, and they just following what their boss tells them to do, but it's ridiculous. And it's like, don't you realize that when you work in retail, one of the most important people in the store is the people going to check you out? So I guess they got them somewhere doing something else. And that somewhere doing something else is not as important to have a kind, pleasant professional behind the counter checking your items out that you just bought from this store. So I'm like, they got this backwards. These people are more important up here than somewhere else in the back or somewhere on the floor. And it's interesting because I told her I can't see all that small fine print, So she assisted me and the people behind me. And I'm like, don't that defeat the purpose? So you're still being taken away from what they now want you to do to tend to the customers. So I'm like, they need to scrap this, but I'm like, I'm not coming back up in here no more. It's ridiculous. It's an insult to you once you think about it, that they want you to check out your own shit. And I'm like, I don't work here. I don't work here, so therefore I want no part of working here. I'm a customer. I buy your item. You check me out, and I'm on my way. And still, I'm sitting up in here scanning this and the thing. I'm like, I ain't going through that. It's not that I think that I'm bigger than that, but it's an insult to the customers as you think about it, that they want you to do partial of the work that's entailed in the company, in the store. I want no part of that. The only thing I want is to buy your product, get checked out, and go home. None of this, I'm going to go and do self-service. Now, I guess that's fine for people that don't have a problem with that, or if the line's so long, which it never is, that you say, forget this, I'm not going to stand here 15 minutes, I'm going to check out. But they actually now want you to go into that store and check out. They don't have any cashiers behind the counter. I'm like, this is some backwards shit. This is really backwards. Again, contact Jules and ask them how that worked out for them. Because what happened with Jules was, again, obvious. People like, it becomes confusing. They need assistance anyway. And then some people were stealing. They had 5 items and they scanned 3 and then walk out the store. So I'm like, the old tried and true method worked. Find another way to get perhaps more things done with what you have, as opposed to, I'm going to yank the most important people in the store for the customers and have them do something else while the customer's struggling to self-check themselves out. It's nonsense, So I'm like, I'm not going back up in there anymore, I'm not going back up in there anymore. Because I had to tell them the last time, the guy said, I know, but I'm not. I didn't come here to do this. It's not my job. I'm a customer, okay? And that's not in the customer's description to be checking himself out. The description for the customer or this a responsibility is to purchase merchandise. That's it. Don't add nothing to that unless you're gonna give me some incentive to say, okay, we can work together and you get this and I get this and it works for us. But this don't work for the customer that I have to check out my own stuff. It's insane. But anyway, let me get to the business at hand. And I try to make this short because I'm looking at the time. I spent a lot of time on that. But that was important because it's ridiculous. It's like you're not in touch with your customers. You totally out of touch with this whole system here. You don't put anything on the customer other than great products so they can buy it. That's it. That's all. That's their only responsibility. But anyway, I'm going to say this. About 2 months ago, I had someone contact me to do 2 covers. Now, the first problem was they looked at a very old video, and my price is now $20 as opposed to $15, which is just a $5 increase to do 2 hours worth of work, or 3 sometime. So once I did one of the songs, and it took me 4 hours to do that song, and we talking $15 for 4 hours, not $15 an hour. That ain't even minimum wage. So I told him, I said, the charge is $5, or should I say it's $20 and not $15. So you need to forward over the rest of it. And his response was this: I go ahead and pay you the money, but I don't think it's fair because the video said this. And again, he looking at a 4 or 5 year old video. I'm like, dude, so we're gonna 2 grown ass men gonna dispute over $5? That's that ghetto nonsense, That's a ghetto deal. I'm like, no, dude, I don't do ghetto. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you about $5, So I told him after I did that one song, which took me 4 hours again, I said, you know what? I'm going to refund your money, the other half, and you can take your business elsewhere, because I'm not about to sit here and give you another 3-4 hours for $15. I took offense to that because I'm like, I'm doing you a favor because I don't have to do this. $20 don't do shit for Morris, man, here. I want to make that clear to people that think you're just a crackhead or a dude ain't got no money. I'm not broke. I don't think I've ever been broke in my life. And there's some people that ain't smart enough to realize, damn, he doing this shit for us. This guy make about $200 an hour to go into the studio with his guitar, and his phone is always ringing. I had to turn down offers sometime or gigs because I'm like, I got so much already on my plate. So trust me, $20, $15 don't, okay. And again, I need to stress that for some people that don't get it. This is about helping you 100%. This ain't about putting $20 in Morris Man's pocket, okay? So I want to make that clear to people that don't understand that, So I refunded his money. I'm like, here you go. Have a good day, dude. And that was 2 months ago. So then I get an open up PayPal case last week. And he claimed, well, I never got my product for what I paid for. And I've been trying to reach this guy, and he's not responding. Like, what? So my response to PayPal was, and I quote, "This is a lie. This guy got his money refunded back on the 13th of July. Here's the documentation. And in the refund, I stated in the message box the reason for this refund." So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he talking about. So he never responded because it's like, what is there to respond to? They got documentation to prove that I refunded your money. So I don't know what this is about other than spite. So now my PC wants to go to sleep. So I get an email from PayPal today. And I'm going to read this. It says the case, and then I ain't going to name his name, open regarding a payment to you has been closed because it was not escalated before the 13th of September. Any funds associated with this payment may be on hold, but now is available. So they closed the case because it's like, what else do you have to say to this? They got documentation and they know, they see that on the 13th of July that I refunded your money, the part that I didn't use. I got paid. I charged you for the song I did, which took me 4 hours to do, but I refunded the other money for the other son you wanted me to do. And it's like that was a spite move. It's like that was a shitty ass spite move. You know, people get angry like kids when they're wrong and then think that they're going to retaliate, you know. And that's what I love about PayPal. They do their research. They know that I refunded this guy money on July 13th. So it's like, why are you saying this and lying? Because they know, they see the transaction that was done in the refund. So I don't know, again, what was the purpose of that? Because, again, PayPal don't play. That's why I deal with them instead of that Cash App nonsense. PayPal will set the record straight, and whoever's right will prevail. Because I'm like, dude, you got your money back. So why are you going to PayPal claiming that you didn't get your money? I'm not responding. I'm not responding no more because I refunded your money and I blocked you. So you can go somewhere else. We don't have to have any more interaction at all. We're not. Because you don't realize the service that I was providing for you for $15. Go somewhere else and ask the professional to do this. $40, $50. Easy. You know? I'm giving you guys this as this is my gift to you. And there's some people that honestly think that that $15 is going well with Morris, man, and I'm supporting him. Because I had another guy, he came to me because this other guy wouldn't do it for him, and I'm supporting your channel. $15 ain't supporting me, man. $15 is a gift to you for me to do this, but it's unfortunate that I have to do videos like this because there are a lot of people out there that don't get it. Most of you guys get it. It's like, well, hey, this man spent an hour or two a day doing these for me, and of course I'm going to pay him. I'm not going to not pay him because that's what my parents taught me to do, pay people for their service instead of you a grown-ass man, got your hand out and expect 2 free hours of somebody's day, But I got to do these types of videos for the people that don't get it and for the people that defend the other people that don't get it. Because I had another guy, he's in defense of these people, come to find out he one of these people. It's like, I see right through you, man. You one of those people that expected you're going to come here and not inquire, just ask and expect to get this instead of let me do an inquiry because I don't know. And then he wanted to blame me to say, well, you should put this link on there that you got a tabbing service. I've done about 40 of these videos already. It's like, how could you have missed all of those videos, But people are tripped. And it's like, you got to deal with them because if you don't, because sometimes people say, well, Morris, man, don't waste your time with them. I don't want to waste my time, and I don't waste my time with them, but it's important that I post these videos because if I don't, people think that it's okay to continue to try to do the stuff they do. That's why I do it. If I don't say nothing or respond, because of course, some stuff I just ignore and block them, but I'm like, it's important for me to set the record straight for the people that don't get it, and that's the reason why I do this, because you got to kind of wake some people up. It's like, Morris, man, kind of taught me a lesson because I thought that it was okay to go ask another grown-ass man for something for free instead of how much would you charge me to do this? Open up the statement with that statement instead of, could you teach me this? Or I got these 3 songs I'd like to learn. Fine. Go through the tabbing service. $20 a song, 2 song minimum. Go through my PayPal because I don't have another form of payment. PayPal and PayPal only. When I don't have PayPal, real simple. Either get PayPal or you contact a friend or family member and say, hey, let me give you $20 so you can order this for me. Thanks. That's what you do. Instead of, well, I don't know how to pay. Yeah, you do know how to pay. You just don't want to go through the process of paying that way. Because, again, there's no other options, But I don't want to come off as sounding brash or harsh, but there's some people you just got to tell. And it's like if you don't tell them, they go through life thinking that it's okay. And it ain't okay. Somebody along your life path got to wake you up and educate you and teach you and tell you what you need to know, And I'm sometimes forced to be in that position to do that. And I'm like, I don't take great enjoyment in doing these kind of videos. I prefer to just either educate you guys with certain things about the music industry or teaching you chords to these songs. That's it. But I'm forced to do these kind of videos from time to time, So until next time, take care and thanks for watching.